team and who's going to play either Execration or Adroit. So, you know, rep on the line, important stuff. Here to break it down with me is Mr. Steven, aka 1437 himself. And yeah, I mean, game number one, it wasn't looking too great for EHOME Immortal, was it? Yeah, you need to make sure that you've got that farming matched up. Oh no! Oh no! I had you muted. I'm so sorry, Theban. I'm so sorry. That's entirely on me, man.
Wait, you had you muted the whole
I had
time?
you muted the whole time. The whole time. Yeah. I'm sorry,
guys. Now you will never hear.
Oh, you're not even gonna repeat him, so I'm just gonna leave you guys in the dark. Oh.
IQ, you know, things that I said. So unless you're a lip reader, right? Nah, I ain't gonna repeat it. I'm just gonna say EHOME Immortal, they better draft better. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm done, Nomad. I'm done.
I'm sorry, I've ruined everything. I've ruined the whole intro. It was going so well, and now it's gone so bad. But yeah, I mean, well, all right, let's get into the draft then, because we had quite a way through it. Blaze have got themselves the tiny, or I love it when teams do this, when they say, you did badly with this hero. We're going to take it and show you how it's done. They grab the Tiny, grab the Jakiro, and now they grab Morphling as well. Meanwhile, EHOME Immortal, they're going to have to go with Magnus. Also grabbing the Tree Protector, the Rubik, and the Bat Rider. Rider de la Bat. Okay. I find it interesting Blaze ban out the Spectre, because that felt like a huge trap. Ursa! Oh my goodness. This isn't a hero.
That is not a hero. But they... What? Wait, what? Ursa against mid. Oh, Ursa against Magnus, I think, middle.
Right.
That's their plan. But it's, it's not good.
Are they just laying the bat into it? Didn't see why they don't just...
You mean they're going to put the bat middle and put the Ursa side lane? That's worse, I think. Magnus needs to go mid.
Oh, okay. You can't put the bat into the Ursa.
No, I think it's better if the Mag still goes mid against Ursa. Like, you can just farm and they can go jungle. You don't care, right? Then at level 6, you can just, like, score him or RP him into your tower with +1, you're going to get kills. I just don't like this Ursa pick. You're going to pick Ursa and Morphling in the same draft. Now you got 2 liability heroes. Yeah. But then maybe Blaze are just feeling themselves. They're like, yeah, we're the best.
We can pick anything.
Yeah. It's like, maybe they just think that way when they play against EHOME Immortals. We know you guys. We just need to do our play style, and as long as we get good heroes for the play style, we're gonna win. But then Ursa is pretty trash, and Morphling is like gonna be having a very hard game against Bat Rider.
So. Yeah, it doesn't look easy peasy. I'll say that much. Does not look easy peasy, and certainly not lemon squeezy.
I mean, they could put the bat mid technically and put the Mag in the off lane, but I just think that I mean, Magnus just needs to be a mid hero. Offlane Magnus hasn't had a lot of success, I feel like.
10 seconds remaining.
No, that's true.
Dire team ban.
Well, final bands out. It's going to be the PL and the Troll Warlord from Blaze. Meanwhile, EHOME Immortal, they're going to get rid of the Legion Commander. One more band to come from them. I really wanted them to pick Legion as well, because, you know, this is a Chinese region. They guns to have the new Ultra Rare. I mean, I'm always amazed at how quickly the Chinese teams are able to grab these ultra rares in time. But every time I watch them, they, you know, when the Mirana came out first, like I cast a China game like the same day, and they already had it. Like, they were there. These guys don't mess around when it comes to cosmetics. So Slada's going to pick up from Blaze. Going to try and pull this draft together a little bit. Still looking pretty Wild West out here for Blaze. EHOME Immortal, just a nice, consistent carry to come from them. Thing is, they're all banned out. All the S tier carries are banned out except Sven. Maybe they can go for that one, but still, I mean, that hero takes a long time to come online. Could be the answer. But also low armor versus Slardar and Morphling until he gets the AC, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird because now they don't have a whole lot of lane shoving apart from the Tiny and the Jakiro on the side of Blaze. They're so all in on these cores winning their lanes and fighting after that. Immortal at this point they can pick any carry they want that they think could be good against Slaughter. I would like to see like a Phantom Lancer's ban. Juggernaut could be interesting. They have a lot of kill potential with the Charm Protector and the Juggernaut in the lane too. I think that could be nice. And then Magnus powering him. Not an easy pick, I guess. A lot of carries are already banned. Spec, AM, Faceless Void, Phantom Lancer, Troll Warlord, Terror Blade.
They go Jug though, couldn't
Oh
they?
god. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Juggernaut does it. Did you were you reading chat, Nomad? Did you not hear what I said Juggernaut?
Yeah, I was.
I knew it. I knew it.
You caught me out, you know,
Drow
as
ranger, you may now select
ah yes, the
your
I
Empower
got
Drow,
tired.
classic combo.
Classic combo. Oh, okay. But I mean, it kind of makes sense because you need someone who can kite the Slaughter and also kite the Ursa later in the game. And Draw Ranger is that hero. You got that Frost Arrows. And Empowered Magnus is still going to give Draw some damage, which is nice because she has very high agility. So it's not terrible, even if you're not cleaving, you're not farming fast with a cleave. That's still okay because this Magnus is about the mid lane anyway and farming for himself. Dude, that drill on Magnus's face, that is so awkward.
It's so ugly. It's so ugly, isn't it?
Like-
That whole set is just one of the worst sets. And I have it equipped just for like the offensiveness of it, just 'cause it's so bad. But he's also got a hammer. If you don't have the Immortal Hammer, he's got a hammer which has 2 rotating drills in it as well. The whole thing just looks awful. I love it. Some of my
Love
heroes
it
I
'cause
try
it's
and make good, and some of my heroes I just try and make look like an absolute abominations. Like the double shield
I
Sven.
remember. You're a masochist. Nomad, I know.
Yeah, I mean, just like in real life, if you can't look good, look like an idiot. The important rule for life. I don't know how that will help you in any way, but anyways. Look at these 2 drafts. I mean, the thing is they picked a drow into loads of catch, which I don't understand. You've got tiny morphling Slaughter. Slaughter's gonna get a blink, you know, even the Ursa, once he gets that Abyssal Blade, they've got so much which can get on top of this Drow Ranger, you know? What have they got to defend her? Tree, mag, bat. It's okay.
Right.
Is it enough? I just kind of feel like they
It's
put
enough.
themselves in this
I think
very
it's
awkward
enough.
position. You do? You do? Okay.
Yeah, I think this draft on Blaze is much worse than their game 1 draft. Much worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree.
And, this game with Drow Ranger, if you get Pike, you get like Shadow Blade or whatever, and then you got your Trent Protector to help you. You got the Magnus. If they all focus the Drow, the Magnus is gonna have a free game, right? And then the
Yeah.
Trent is also gonna get that nice overgrowth. And on the side of Blaze, their only lane shoving capabilities is coming from Tiny and Jakiro. So there's not gonna be a whole lot of space for like this Ursa, Morph, and Slaughter Tricore that Blaze is running in this game. And it's actually gonna be Ursa carry and Morphling mid. And I have no idea why Ursa is carried.
What a
Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah. Okay.
Like what they saw Batrider and they thought Ursa instantly.
I don't know.
Really?
You're asking questions I don't have the answer for. Yeah, the draw from both teams just seems super weird and super unsynergetic as well. But we'll see what they're going for here. I mean, I do like the Tree Drow lane. I do think this is an underrated lane combination. But at the same time, like Magnus Drow just feels like an awful combination. Like even compared to most ranged heroes, I think Drow is one of the worst ones you compare with the Magnus. Simply because multi-shot uses her base damage anyway, so the Empower's not going to do anything to that. And I mean, I guess she's got loads of base damage with her Agi game, but is it worth it? I don't think so, Steven.
You gotta think about this way. Magnus is a carry on his own, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't need to give power to somebody else to make them better too. He's okay just like farming by himself and becoming that position 1-ish hero. And then the Drow Rangers picked him because of the Slaughter. You don't want to pick like a melee hero into the Slaughter and then you just get wrecked in the lane. Then all of a sudden you're dependent on the Magnus and power to come back.
Okay.
Is it better to be dependent on the Magnus and power and come back and share farm with Mag, or is it better to actually win your lane and then let the Magnus free farm and then you just do your own thing as a carry?
Yeah, fair point. The latter seems definitely better to me.
It's like imagine you go into a Dota game and you see a Magnus and you're instantly thinking like, oh, I'm gonna pick the greediest carry so I can farm with Empower, you know, and then you just get smashed in your game in your lane, and then they take your tower, and then you're like AFK farming, and then 20 minutes in your throne is dead. It's better to still pick a very strong carry and then just utilize like the Empower as just like a bonus for yourself.
Beyond in some trouble up in the top lane. In fact, by some trouble. I mean, he's absolutely dead. They are being greedy with it, but that's because they can be. First blood goes the way of Shiro, and they will get that kill.
Huge. Off to a great start already for Blaze.
They didn't
Sorry,
respect
EHOME.
the Nature's Grasp at all. Like, the Nature's Grasp and Frost Arrows combination is disgusting. Add multi-shot into it as well. You just go like Frost Arrow, multi-shot, they're dead. Like, they're not getting out of that Nature's Grasp. They are just already destroyed, and they can do it right now. Actually, let's see how it goes. Dot gonna be the target. Slow comes in, but they toss back the tree. Nicely done from the Tiny. Saves his life with that toss, I believe.
Alright, how's Mr. Ursa doing as of right now?
Hold on,
pulling...
Beyond, maybe in some trouble. He's actually in the creep wave, so they can't get off the multi-shot, so he's going to be alright in the end. But still, loads of harass coming through. But yeah, bottom lane. Let's see how things are going down here. Well, with the Batrider currently being chunked away at by Mr. Ursa, but the Batrider's kind of getting busy here. He's thinking that his stacks are better than the Ursa's stacks, and he's probably right about that. Salve popped from both sides, as everyone's just healing up, getting themselves ready for this laning phase again. In fact, where was all the salve? I don't quite see it. Either way, that one's going to get cancelled by the Ursa, so not getting the full efficiency out of it, but still, no worries. Meanwhile, over at mid, we've got the Magnus versus the Morphling. So far, Mag is pulling ahead quite substantially. Morphling now hitting at level 3. We'll see if this is going to be enough for him to pull back into this lane. Here's a Mag can jungle really early on, and the Morphling might not be so lucky. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, they actually get the kill into ZZQ. The tree punished for coming a little bit too far forward.
Yeah, they got that combo. Level 2. They're very strong at that point in the lane. I mean, he does have his boots on the Trem Protector, but still a very slow hero, even with the boots.
There's a tree after all.
Yep. They're getting a lot of farm here on the top lane regardless. The Trem Protector is waiting for an item, I think, before he TPs out. Yeah. Got a mango. Some Wraith Band recipes for the Drow Ranger. Whoa, Tree, you're not buying mangoes yourself for your Drow? Greedy.
My guy wants his tranquils. Pulling around
I
this
mean,
tiny...
the way that you play position 5 now is you just buy healing salves and mangoes for your carry yourself. Like, and then you just commit to the fight, you kill them. And then if you get the kill, then you buy more healing salves and mangoes so you can pull it to your carry.
Please tell that to my pub teammates.
Yeah. But what if you're the one playing the 5?
Oh, I'm healing them up, dude. I'm like a fuel
really?
station. Oh yeah, I'm
Really?
pulling. Give them salves. They're complaining at me because I'm not in the lane. I'm just like, dude, you're getting sell XP. You're
bottom.
fine. I'll salve you. Uh-oh, he's roasted in the tree lines here. But actually, that Jewel Breath's somehow missing, so the Rubik is okay. The only one with health in this lane is the Ursa, but not if he keeps walking into that fight. Now jumping on top of Planet here. He's got the Overpower, trying to chase him down. Planet on the run, gets away through the tree line and will be okay.
What if Dragon Knight, right? When he gets like level, like depending on the dragon form that he has, he gets like immunity, not immunity, resistance. So let's say level 6, he gets like poison resistance, right? So the Venomancer and Viper does less damage.
Oh,
and then level,
no.
then level 2 dragon form, you get like fire resist. Then
I
you
mean,
take less damage
okay,
from, like,
we tried this once with Brewmaster. Didn't work. It was awful. It was broken. It got reset in a week. Yeah.
Wait, did that happen with Brewmaster?
Yeah, they gave him
The fire damage.
fire-based
Right,
damage.
right.
Yeah, with Cinder
Yeah.
Brew, the original iteration of it.
No,
It was awful.
I don't think it was broken. It was just useless. Nobody,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Actually, had to pick like
something to
Batrider,
make it-
Brew Lane.
right, to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, what would be interesting is if they made it so that, like, you know, somebody had like resistance to DPS or something like that. I don't know how you could do it, but that'd be something fun you could do, just to nerf Veno a bit. DZQ trying to battle for the rune here, but he's not going to be able to beat the Tiny, unfortunately, with that toss. But in comes Magnus. He's got a haste rune, choo-chooing in from behind, but struggling to find himself a kill, really, here. He's going to go for the skewer forward onto the Slardar. They've got a decent amount of slowdown onto him, and it looks like the Slardar is going to lose his life again here. So a successful rotation from the Mag results in the death of the Slardar. And I think he was able to grab the bounty rune. Well, he hasn't actually grabbed it yet, but he is going to go and steal that bounty rune in just a hot minute.
Is under attack.
Meanwhile, Morpho, this is a catapult wave, yeah, so he's getting a few hits off the tower. Nothing major, but still gonna be a good little tickling of the tower.
Tickle. Bottom, Batrider.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's looking in some trouble, but it's Tiny in the top lane who
Ursa,
goes down
Ursa,
first. But yeah,
Ursa.
so he's getting roasted. Oh dear, bit of more Pikachu. Kaz also going to go down here as a Rubik just battles him, but will he die? He will. The bat still does get roasted in the end. And that's going to be a trade, but not a successful one, unfortunately, for the side of Blaze whatsoever.
I wish I bet he wishes he had fire resistance to the Jakiro, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
That
Ursa
would've
wishes
been
he
nice.
had fire resistance to the Batrider, but there we go. Well, they need some fire extinguishers in this bottom lane. Oh,
I
that'd be
mean,
a
Ursa
great
should
item.
have like it's like Pokemon, right? Ursa is from the trees, man. He's from the forest. He doesn't have fire resistance.
But you'd call Ursa a leaf hero?
Yeah, I mean, leaf
Grass
/
type?
normal hero. Normal hero, you know.
No, I'd call Ursa like a normal / ground. I don't know why ground. I don't know. He's got Earth Shock. I guess feels that way. You know, in the Pokemon games, they often made the kind of tanky, brawly heroes. Pokemon ground types. So I feel like he fits that.
Yeah, you're some kind of weeb nomad, huh?
I don't
Kinda
think liking Pokemon is a weeb trait. Otherwise, most children
Right.
of the 1990s are weebs by your definition.
I mean, it's a Chinese cartoon after all.
Yeah, I know, but it's got a pretty Western appeal, is what I'm trying to say. You know.
Is under attack.
It's not.
Radiant
Okay, you didn't get it.
structures
All
are
right.
fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
An anime, you know, the old timers they call them Chinese cartoons, the Japanese anime. I have to explain the joke, please. Alright, bottom.
No, I
Batrider.
get it. It's good. Yeah, Batrider gets a kill
Yeah.
onto the Ursa, but also gives his life for it. But that's a worth in the all chat if you're me. Meanwhile, Shiro bringing down the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. That's actually the saddest thing about playing carry. Actually, is that you don't get to say worth in the all chat very much because generally when you're dying, it's not very worth.
Oh, yo, that would be the most annoying voice line if there was
Worth?
one that said worth.
Worth it. Yeah, that would be if I make it to TI, I'll shout that one out for everyone.
Yeah.
Just to ruin everyone's pubs. That would actually be so bad, you're right.
Be hilarious actually. How are they coming out this late stage? I mean, it seems like picking tri-cores is not working out for you guys, Blaze. It's like every hero needs help on the map. The only person who's like self-sufficient right now is the Morphling, because there's not a whole lot of burst damage, right? But I think Morphling is gonna get quite countered in this because he has to deal with Gust.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds very annoying. There's a Rubik who can just deal his amazing spells. Batrider, Sticky Napalm, not something Morphling likes to fight against either. And yeah, I mean, there's so many annoying factors right now. Tiny has rotated bottom, but this means Slaughter is kind of vulnerable top if the Drow Ranger or the Batrider decides to come up here and want to kill the Slaughter. Bottom Tiny though, he's the one getting focused on.
Uh-oh. Zap comes in, Lift comes back, throwing him out here. He will get a toss before he dies, but unfortunately that'll be the last toss he manages to get off in this lifetime. Dead for 20 seconds.
Slaughter top 2. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's not gone. He gets
Oh,
burnt
that was
up.
nice. He got bumped into the Rubik and Fade Ball came out. Slaughter's TP almost completed there too.
By the way, the Batrider's courier is copying him. Got a Firefly courier. Look at that dude. Accurate. Anyways, push coming out into the top lane. Tiny and Ursa sitting nearby.
Someone said resistant to DPS is called health regen nomad.
Alright. Who are they? I'm banning them. Tell me their name. Tell me their username.
Listen, nomad, you can't
Cheeky little-
ban someone for calling you out. Oh my god, that guy just made my day. It's true. I wish I came up with that. See, I'm not as
Get them
smart
a
as
Kefu.
that.
Yeah, I can't ban you. That would have been a better move. Right, you're on thin ice, mister. Any more cheek from you and you're out. I banned a guy for saying that he should play more techies the other day. I'm just kidding. I unbanned him immediately afterwards. Please don't fire me when we play. I'm a good mod, I promise. I just did it for the Twitter likes. This feels like-
How's it?
How's the what now?
Middle tower
I was gonna say, how is it looking out there, Blaze? Tricore? I just want to remind them every now and then, you know, about their Tricore. Until they start winning. Once they start winning, I'm changing wagon too. But for now, they're losing. So how is it looking, Blaze? With Tricore lineup.
Yeah.
This is why Tricore don't work, man. Oh, here comes the RP. Oh,
Yeah, they're getting a bit of damage off wall. That was a wild toss as they toss him up and charge him back, and that's going to be 2 clean kills. Slardar trying to go in and make something happen. Ursa as well. And they're going to be able to maybe take down the Rubik at the very least, but at the same time, they're actually slowing him down quite a lot here. Ursa being kited up by Shiro. Shiro, though, being cautious, maybe a little too cautious, and letting the Ursa get away. But either way, EHOME will back themselves out and press that reset button.
So the Morphlane is just gonna keep sitting mid. Cause this is the only redeeming thing for Blaze right now. Is this Morphlane can sit mid, constantly pushes lane in, and bring somebody back, right? And by doing so, he feels like maybe Ursa and the Sada can like get some farm on the mates. The only problem is that Batrider and Drow are the biggest annoying heroes for both Ursa and Sada to fight against. Like both of these heroes can't go to either side lane and push the lane out because they get bullied out by the cores of Immortal.
Yeah, I mean, are they putting enough pressure right now on the side of EHOME Immortal?
Dire are
I'd
scanning.
say they are. They're doing all right. Trying to choke them out a little bit on the side of Blaze. I mean, you don't want to play too fast to the point where you're just kind of not getting enough farm on your team anyways. And as we mentioned before, you know, this Magnet is going to farm. Ooh, Overgrowth coming down onto the Tiny up in the top lane. They might have this guy caught out here as the toss damage is quite a lot. But in comes the lasso, dragging back the Rockman. And they will be able to finish off this kill after all, though. He's searching for the tree. But he's not going to find him. Meanwhile, they're also trying to get a kill into the Rubik here. Rubik on the run, but he's going to get killed off. XHD does grab himself a kill. Yeah, quite clean, quite clean. Alright, so if we had to go through each hero and decide which Pokemon type there would be, what would each one be? I mean, they're pretty obvious, I think.
Radiant's bottom
Akira
tower
is
pretty
definitely fire and ice, right? I mean, that's a given.
No.
Morphling,
He's a dragon. He's a dragon.
Oh, he's dragon as well. We can only have 2 types.
I don't think there's any such thing as fire and ice, though. It doesn't exist.
What?
in
No, it's
Pokemon
in
world.
separate. You can have 2 types. Fire and ice type.
Yeah.
I think you have to go for that. I'm sorry, but the dragon is probably like the 3rd one in that.
Okay.
Because I mean, you can't have
Then
him being a
Morphling
fire
with
and dragon,
water.
because then it's like, well, what about the ice? Yeah,
Yeah,
Morphling.
Morphling with the biggest water Yeah. What's Sawdar? There's a
guess
Pokemon that
Sawdar's
looks like
probably-
Sawdar. There's like this
it?
electric water type Pokemon. I forgot the name of it, and it has like a lantern on its
Oh,
forehead. Or... I think it's called Lantern.
Probably. You probably got that one.
Yeah.
I call him fighting in water.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Ursa we already talked about. Yeah, maybe fighting and normal or fighting and... Yeah, fighting and normal is fine.
True.
Tiny. Maybe
Ground type.
rock.
Is it rock? Isn't it ground type?
There's both.
That's what it's called.
I don't
Okay.
either. But yeah, I mean, considering Onyx is rock and Tiny is pretty much Onyx, but just not a snake. Yeah, that's
No,
an
he's
easy one.
Geodude. Tiny is Geodude.
Oh, he is actually, isn't he? Yeah, he's like an oversized Geodude.
Radiant's
Wait, what's the
Yeah,
evolution of Geodude like?
Golem?
Graveler. No, he's Graveler.
Traveler?
Yeah.
Oh, the final form.
I think Golem's a final form. Either way, they're getting beaten up right now. Batrider and Planet just get completely taken out of the equation. A great fight from Blaze here as they find the Dream Initiation. Magnus now trying to get himself away. Does have that RP, but as mentioned before, without that Blink Tag, a very tricky spell to get off. He's just going to pop that illusion to get rid of those sticky napalms. But meanwhile, the Avatar's coming out, but the Tiny's actually in some trouble here. Overgrowth is going to get him killed off, and Beyond's not looking that pretty either. And the rest of the team kind of just bailing on him at this point. Ice Path's got to come through. Meanwhile, the Magnus thrown around like a ping pong ball as he tries to grab himself that RP, but unfortunately is unable to do so. And that's going to put an end to this little fight in the middle lane.
It started off pretty well, and then they just overcommitted after getting
Yeah.
that heroes. I mean, losing your Tiny and your Sawdar, it's not gonna feel good. Like, you gotta take whatever advantages you can to get lanes out if you're the side of Blaze. because that's your biggest problem right now. And Ursa, oh, okay.
Lasso out onto him. They've got the RP as well, feeding him in towards Magnus. Batrider's like, here you go, my master. I bring you a tribute. And Magnus is like, yes, I accept. And consumes his flesh. Disgusting. Anyway, what's Drow? I mean, I guess ice, really. And not much more to it. I'm not sure you could call her anything else other than ice. Maybe. Yeah, no, that's about it.
Ghost?
Ghost? She's not really a ghost. She's just a bit pale.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's true.
Rubik, I'd probably go with Psychic.
Oh yeah, Psychic. Sure.
Batrider, Flying and Fire.
Yep.
Magnus. Or just normal,
Fighting.
to be honest. Normal and fighting, maybe. Yeah, I can take that.
Fighting, yeah.
And finally, the Tree Protector, Leaf.
Leaf. Just
Grass,
Leaf.
whatever it is.
Grass, yeah.
All right, we did it. We got through them all. Now let's get through every single hero in the game. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit.
Because we have the Rubik getting in a fight right now, but in comes the Magnus with the double damage, tears the tiny apart. Meanwhile, being thrown around here on this Ursa, and the Ursa is just not surviving this engagement whatsoever. I mean, it's just, even though Ursa's a bad hero right now, it still feels like a terrible Ursa game. They've got so much kite for her. They've got the slow of the Drow, they've got the Batrider, they've got the Skewer, they've got the Overgrowth. No, I don't.
The draft from Blaze. I legit have zero understanding of why they would pick Ursa into the Batrider and then put it at the carry.
Radiant's bottom tower.
You know, and then pick a Sonar too in this draft. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, what is the Sonar for? Is it to give minus armor to the Magnus? That must be the only possible reason, right? And maybe they're thinking like, oh, they're gonna pick like a melee carry, which is true. Like in a normal situation, EHOME Mortal would have picked a melee carry with Magnus, right? But because of the Slaughter, they deterred from that. And they picked the Drow Ranger instead. You can see how valuable this Drow has been. He's got Manta. Oh, yeah, I think he's dead.
Is that Manta coming into use? Run, little Drow, run to your teammates, run to the hills, and they will come in and save the day as they jump themselves up into the high ground. The Rubik might be the one going down, but he's got the Ice Puff. Can he get away with it? No, he cannot. Oh, poor Planet. Tried his hardest, but unfortunately his hardest was not hard enough.
Check out like the map control, right? It's like this. They're kind of stuck in an area like this on the side of Blaze because they can't get the lanes out fast enough. The only way they can get the lanes out is if they kill someone, and killing someone is really hard when they constantly have vision of you because the creeps are running into you all the time. That's why we talk about lane shoving. It's so important. Treant also has Meteor Hammer now, so good luck getting these lanes out against that dude with level 10 Nature's Guy's invisibility, Meteor Hammer.
Oh, got him! Oh my goodness, the value of that Meteor Hammer straight out the bat. Didn't get the range creep, but who needs range creeps anyway?
Oh, he's got an Arcane Ring coming out too soon for him. I'm gonna be quite happy with that.
Yeah, this tree is just gonna sit in the trees and watch the days go by.
Yeah, it just make his space. Tiny though, Blink Dagger. Once that Drow, toss him out.
Yeah, smoke gets popped, unfortunately. They do
Oh,
indeed see him directly under a ward. Now they try and get him down. There's a Skewer, there's a Shockwave back up, throw him back up to the high ground with the Gust. A little bit clumsy, but it's fine. It worked. Whatever.
He also got Telekinesis too. Like, he just got lifted and tossed and gusted. And... Oh, yeah. I mean, Drow has to be a wind type also, right? Because of the Gust. So, legit, like...
Flying? I'm not sure I'd have it in me to call Drow flying. They try to get the RP before the Strength Morph comes out. Wasn't quite quick enough with that one, but they do have the Overgrowth to just lock down this poor old Morphling, and he does get himself killed off eventually. Drow able to rip through him. Yeah, nothing to mention, Drow's very good against Morph, right? Because she ignores base armor when she procs, and Morph when he's full agi is just all armor and no health. That's pretty pleasant. Someone says Drow is normal. But yeah, what about Frost Arrows and, you know, the entire Frost theme? We're just gonna ignore that one. Come on, guys. Drow's not normal. Could be normal and ice, I guess, but I'd accept that. Meanwhile, Bounty Rune's gonna go the way of EHOME, just as everything else seems to be going this way. Top tower also being pushed in by this ridiculously high damage Mag and the ridiculously high damage Drow. EHOME also quite comfortably settling into this one. I mean, there needs to be some really big plays made from Blaze to come back into this one. Jump forward onto the Rubik here. Nice pick off coming down onto the Rubik. He's definitely dead if they get that kill, but looking for some retaliation here as they throw down the Nature's Graph. The Mag TP's in as well.
Oh, the Drow. What is she doing? Oh no.
Oh, multi-shot to get some vision. No toss to the low ground though. The Tiny just doing it on the spot. Not sure about that one as they go on the sidelines, trying to just lock down the Magnus. The Drow getting low. She does get killed off. It's a 10 times kill streak going the way of XXG, but now they got the lasso with the Agimorph coming through. Oh, dearie me. That was a bit of a blunder from the Morphling. Buyback from the Drow here. They want to try and fight for this Roshan pit as ZZQ gets thrown into the air. He gets taken down, but they will be able to get the return kill on towards the Ursa, and now they look forward for more as the blink forward from the Batrider comes on in, but Tiny going for the TP out. Nothing to cancel that one, so they'll have to look for another target, and well, Solana's going to be exactly that with the Storm Corrosive Haze. There's no way for him to get away through these trees, and Shira's just going to be able to absolutely butter his biscuits. And yeah.
The haze. That's going to be a rush with the Corrosive Haze from the Rubik, and the Draw also bought out. It's kind of interesting. She bought out, but I guess she really wanted to be in this fight to win it and then take the rush right after. Oh, easy. Easy. And she also got a Blink Dagger on the Draw. A lot of mobility items. Yeah. I mean, it's good because the Magnus is actually the true carry in.
Yeah, he absolutely is. Down goes this for a shot. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing how this Drow pick was supposed to work for EHOME Immortal now. You know, she's actually the one creating a lot of space and putting a lot of pressure and playing around because it is just such a good Drow game. All of her spells seem to work really well. They knew she was going to have a good lane, and a Drow with a good lane can absolutely put a lot of pressure on the enemy team. She just does so much damage to towers and heroes. Ursa. I don't want to comment on the Ursa's build, by the way. Drums into Sanjin Yasha, and then going for BKB. Like, when is this Ursa actually going to do anything? Because Sanjin Yasha's still not enough to stop him being kited every fight.
Listen, this Ursa is never going to do anything in this game.
Oh no. His one job of taking Roche got taken away from him.
Right. His one job. He had one responsibility, Ursa. And he couldn't accomplish it.
Messed it up. Batrider running forwards here. Blink away from the Tiny, though. Ruins the initiation, and they're actually kind of looking around here. Blaze sticking around a little bit too long, but they all get blasted away by the Molotov. Meanwhile, the RP comes in, landing onto 2, but he doesn't have the follow-up because he doesn't have the skewer. And now the Magnus is in some trouble. He's getting absolutely rinsed by this Ursa. He'll take him down. Meanwhile, the look over as the Overgrowth comes down, holding still the Slard up. Meteor Hammer going to come down on Tim as well. They're going to drag the Ursa into that Meteor Hammer as well. Beyond is one who's going to get popped, but meanwhile, in comes XHD. He's going to take down ZZQ and 5-9, and Shira's going to lose his first life as well. No one's coming in to help out this Drow. Looks like she's just going to die a second time around, but the blink is nicely timed, but it's not going to make a blind bit of difference. They get on top of this Drow and tear her limb from limb. Holy moly, Blaze just came back into this one. They came blazing back into this game.
Dude, that Magnus just did the most, like... Oh my... Sorry about that.
Stop throwing things, man.
I don't know what that was. That was like a Leroy move, you know? He just like toured in,
I'm gonna pee! Skewer it, Blake, yeah!
He doesn't even have a BKB. He has no way to like stand his ground. He like RP'd him, the Silver Edge out. Like his team is not all about bursting someone during RP. So he put his team out of position, and then they were able to jump in. Like, oh no, this game is looking completely back in Blaze. Like now they can actually run around and kill people as they want, right? They like stop controlling the map, EHOME, the moment they dove into Blaze. They have no business diving. They're supposed to push lanes out and make Blaze come into you, and then you wipe. That's how this lineup is supposed to work.
And this game went south really, really quickly. I mean, EHOME Immortal, they're still ahead. They are still ahead, but they just threw away a pretty huge advantage with that fight there. Dumping all their cooldowns as well, but Kaz is going to get taken down here under the tower. Nice roll in, and they get the last start onto the Tiny as well. So these two heroes being a little bit lazy, a little bit lackadaisical up in the top lane as they set themselves up to get taken down by EHOME Immortal, and they just bring in the heroes and get these kills.
What are these two supports doing?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
They're just chilling, man. They just want to get some objectives out and maybe get the bounty runes too, but then EHOME Immortal, they set up for that. Oh, XHG, I don't think he's going to get caught. This is on Lasso. Lasso is probably the best way to kill that Morphling.
Yeah.
So they are going to get the bottom runes, though, on the side of Blaze. Still getting some gold going their way. I mean, so this Ursa, at this point, he's just like a decoy carry, right? Like, he's just a tank. He needs to go in the front. He needs to bait off skills, enrage or something like that, and then let the Morphling be able to find the hero that he needs to kill and just go into. That's pretty much what the job with the Ursa is at this now. Apart from taking Roshan. They couldn't take Roshan, so...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It looks like Eho and Mortal, they're trying to do what they were supposed to be doing earlier, which is get lanes out. They know they made a mistake. It looks like a smoke is going to come out from Blaze here. The Sada did TP back.
Holding off on the smoke thing for now. They might find themselves running on division though, as there is so much dire vision on this triangle. I mean, they want to control it, that's for sure.
So what's the next move for both these teams? Dire, they want to get lanes out, look for picks. Radiant, they're just waiting for EHOME to run into them so they can try and fight. Because they're like so desperately trying to push lanes out. Look at bottom. Creeps going into the tower.
Jesus.
There's a catapult there. Mid also pushing out. And meanwhile, all Blaze was able to accomplish is get to the tier 1 top. So they're going to have to react to the bottom now.
They really want to take this 2 on top. Like, that's what the supports were doing earlier. That's what they just moved up to try and do. But of course, with this lane being pushed in, they realized that, wait a minute, we probably have to deal with that. They're putting like a lot of emphasis on trying to get down this final tier 1 tower. And I mean, they might be able to just kill it off with the catapult if no one from EHOME Mortal goes back. I don't think it's worth that much at this point in the game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What Blaze needs to do is like pick up one of these fortresses, either the left side or the right side. They need to sit there. They need to plant vision, like where the Morphling's at, because even him farming this ancient camp, he feels so scared.
Yeah.
And they're not putting wards in like a very safe place. Like Kaz has 2 wards right now, but they're too split up on the map. Tiny or Jakiro are about to die if they walk out, even inch out a little bit more. Look at that Bat Rider. He was in position for the longest time.
I gather they're waiting. EHOME and Mortal are just kind of sitting in the enemy jungle, putting in the pressure, pushing the lanes, as you mentioned. Middle tier 2 tower does want to be the target at the same time. Like, straight up coming and pushing the towers isn't really on the agenda. I mean, sure, it can go and take a few shots here, but they have to be very cautious. Oh no, it's because they CDS at top. They know they're not always 5, so just not going to get jumped on by 5 heroes and get blown up. And she's got a BKB as well, so yeah, actually, Sheriff feels very safe.
Doesn't go for the pike. Interesting. The BKB will allow her to stand her ground more though. Be able to battle. Kiro. Oh. I mean, both these teams at this point are going to wait for Roshan too, right? If there's nothing that could happen. Blaze will try to fight for Rosh. EHOME and Mortal just want to Aegis on Drow. They know they made a mistake, but next time they won't make the same mistake again.
Lasso into Skewer. Just dragging heroes halfway across the map. Because why not? What do you think of Magnus Ags these days? I never see it anymore.
Because it's always core Magnus.
Well, I mean, you used to have Magnus Mid who used to build it. Like, that might have been a point where you were in your Underlord's phase.
This is all like damage build, right? On Magnus nowadays. Yeah. There's no point to go for that.
Going for the carry. More Tiny keeping himself away. He is going to be able to get away from the Bat Rider. He missed the sticky nade bomb, so didn't know where he was. Couldn't get the Yules off. Alas. Oh, Orb of Destruction Drow. It's actually not that good. She's going to go for the Enchanted Quiver. Yeah, this is a trap, by the way. If you go Orb of Destruction on Drow, you're kind of making your build a little less efficient, because what happens is that you reduce their armor, but obviously when you're reducing armor, the armor you reduce first is the additional armor. Which, you know, marksmanship is going to proc through the base armor anyway. So, I mean, I guess it does help, actually, but still. Enchanted Quiver is just so damn good.
Right. I see this a lot more on mid heroes, because they want to burst. They want to be able to burst people, right? So the Quiver just does that for you.
Yeah. Yeah, Quiver's so much starting damage. I was really surprised that Tiny didn't pick it up last game. I thought that was a big mistake. Like, it just adds to your burst combo, level 1. No destruction found by the other team as well.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Mag, being me.
Mag do it. He did it. He did it. Oh, he's going to jump in though. Go for the Tiny. Can actually run through the avalanche because this BKB accidentally popped, which is, not intended, but whatever. He'll take it. And they'll get the kill. Fine, job done. Pretty clowny, but another kill going their way. Things really slowing down in this game. I mean, we haven't had many kills recently whatsoever. Some sentries, tower. Yeah, it's been a tad slow.
It's just
Lasso comes in. They find themselves Jakiro at the very least. Hey Kaz, how's it going, buddy? Not too great right now. Got the mech, but that's only going to buy me a couple more seconds as he does get brought down. And now this Roshan area is well and truly controlled, and it's going to be respawning exactly now. Boom! Look at that magic.
I'm back. I'm there too. So this game, the reason why it's taking so much longer is because of the mistake that EHOME Immortal made when they started diving the tier 2 area, when they started playing away from the ward and the Magnus RP 2 heroes in a Leroy fashion. So if it wasn't for that, I think EHOME Immortal would have been up to like even a 20k goal lead by now if they played properly and boxed out Blaze from coming out of their base.
Roshan starting to fall here as the Drow getting to work, and ZZQ going to help out as well. Come and tank it a little bit, because why not? They are coming over on the side of Blaze. They need to get here a little bit quicker, but EHOME are actually taking a very long time to bring down this Roche. Magnus now in the pit as well. He's going to help out. They're making their way in. They've got the Tiny, he's got the Blink. Tree's going to reveal this. Roshan getting super low. The S is trying to jump in, but he gets skewered away, and Shiro's allowed to just take everything here, although she's actually unable to take the cheese. Does finally get it down, but meanwhile, the RP onto 2 on the timelines, doing so much work. Overgrowth coming in as well. Purged off by the Morphling as he jumps forwards, trying to find the Rubik. It's going to be ZZQ. First one to drop. Meanwhile, Tiny trying to get the damage onto the Magnus here inside the pit. The Drought's unable to do that much. He's being controlled up by the Jakiro here. They can't finish off the Mag as Mag gets himself away just about. That's going to be a big escape from him, making it not super bad for EHOME Immortal. In fact, they managed to get the Aegis and cheese, so I would say it's worth it. And they get themselves a Slardar as well. Now it very much is. But yeah, still a little bit clumsy, a little bit close for comfort there. The Magnus has to throw his body to stop them taking that Aegis there, because the Ursa was just coming dangerously close, so he just decides, screw it, skewer him out, get him away, get him out of the Aegis range, and just make sure that the Drought's able to grab this this Aegis, and he gets a cheese for his efforts as well.
Redeemed. This is the problem with EHOME Immortal. They're just not that good at playing out the map properly. Actually, both of these teams, Blaze and EHOME Immortal, their most difficult thing for them is actually knowing where to be on the map to stop those things from happening.
So normally good teams would like go out here, they would zone out this area, and then they would do Roshan with like 2 heroes so that they cannot come up the hill and try to take the Rosh. But yeah, good thing that the Drow did manage to get the Aegis. They could not afford to lose another Aegis the way that they lost the first one.
No, they could not.
Now they can use this to really play aggressively with the Drow and also be able to push high ground if they even get like 1 kill now.
Drow now with that Skadi finished up as well. A little bit of healing reduction, a little bit more slow.
Really good against Morphling. And Ursa and Slardar. All their cores getting hard counter, but Skadi actually.
Yeah, I mean, you could just... The slow just kites the Ursa and the Slardar so well. And why doesn't Morphling like playing into Skadi? Is it just because of the attribute shift reduction?
Yeah. It's 40%. Health regen, reduces heals, life steal, spell, life steal, everything. And he's also going for a Satanic on the Morphling too.
Yeah, already that item being a little bit counted out by this Drow. He is just going to smash through these heroes now. Tier 2 tower, the final one off the map for Blaze, has now been taken by Shiro as he continues his rampage through. I want to look at Shiro's tower damage this game, because I'm fairly sure it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. She's done so much pushing. Magnus chilling behind as well, ready with the Blink RP if anybody comes to threaten his fair maiden Drow. You know what I'm really disappointed about? That none of these kind of heroes like Magnus or Centaur or anything like that have got an Ags which allows other heroes to like ride them, you know, and kind of... Wouldn't that be hilarious to see a Drow riding a Mag around the map?
No.
No? Why not? I don't know what bonuses it would give you. I mean,
well,
you can make that one up
like
as you go, but...
Lifestealer, dude. Lifestealer infests the hero, right? It's like
yeah,
the
that's
same
not
thing.
funny.
It's pretty funny. a hero can go inside of you, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, but okay, we got to stop this conversation now because I fear things are getting too immature for Twitch Jazz. Too many innuendos to be gained from this one. We're gonna move on. Keep it PG. Ursa, meanwhile, is gonna have to pop the ultimate here to get himself away at the very least. The threat of the meteor hammer was looming from the tree, and he is ready for it.
How about Snapfire? Gobbles you in.
Radiant's middle
Yeah,
tower
true.
is
Snap.
under
That
attack.
is hilarious. Exactly. I mean, it's close to what I want.
There you go. They're like inside the Snapfire for like 3 seconds. You know, they're being combined together. There's your eggs that you're looking for.
Meanwhile, in they go with the lasso out onto the Tiny. Tiny being controlled up for now, and the Drow just kind of sitting there doing the damage, but now she's jumped upon here. She needs to be a little bit careful, but of course has the Aegis, so not too worried. 5-9 started the backlines meanwhile, and Shiro's a little bit disconnected from her team. XHD coming in for this one, changing into that Drow and getting that multi-shot. Shiro now getting these stacks build up on top of her, and she is going to lose her first life. Where is her team? They're so far behind. All right, here comes Magnus going in. He's got the RP ready, but he's holding back for the time being. But meanwhile, they've just lost their tree. There it was 7E still waiting, goes in with the RP, manages to grab 2. Where is the damage onto the Morphling? It's not there in time, and XHD pops out Satanic, turns it back around, and Shiro's in trouble. The RP, oh my god, the skewer comes across, but it's not enough. Shiro's still dead, and it looks like 7E's gonna go the same way as well. Blaze are just getting too damn strong. These fights keep on happening, and it keeps on going their way when the actual fights come down to it. I don't know, like EHOME Immortal, what's going wrong here?
Well, it's very simple. Take a look right here. Whose ward is there and whose isn't? It's very simple, right?
That's a
You
green
radiant at
ward.
the ward there.
Yeah.
Right, that's a green ward, not a red ward. And there's no sentries there either. And EHOME Immortal wanted to break into that high ground where they already have the vision from the Blaze side. And all of a sudden, they just get punished because when the heroes, you know, like Batrider gets killed, then the Drow Ranger is also a little bit out of position, spends the entirety of that fight running away, and gets chased down. And Drow Ranger, if she's running, she's not doing damage.
Dire's middle
Right,
tower
so
has fallen.
she also dies with her Aegis, and it was just absolutely hopeless. I mean, EHOME Immortal, man, they gotta learn how to play in their vision. Jeez. They're just like tossing games that they shouldn't be because they just don't play in their vision. They just gotta focus on that. That's literally the #1 weakness in this game. Same thing. First Aegis, Magnus RP someone way out of the vision, overextended. This time they run into the vision of Blaze, try to break the high ground there, and just get
Dire's
completely
middle
punished.
barracks are under attack.
Man, they got absolutely wrecked there. I just didn't expect it, but at the same time, the way these fights go down, you know, just the power of the 3-core lineup. And now we're at the 38-minute mark. You know, they're not far enough behind to make this 3-core lineup not worth it, so they're probably turning into the stronger team. Batrider in some trouble. Oh my goodness, he just gets wrecked. They dive him deep, but XHD's got to be a little bit cautious here, trying to hold that strength, but he's in trouble. He's going to get taken down. Too much damage from Shiro coming on out, and now she looks towards the Tiny as well. Tiny turns around with the avalanche, but the skewer's going to throw him back, and with the Nature's Grasp, they will be able to kill him off, and that's going to be another clean kill. Meanwhile, Kaz going for the TP away, and he's successful in doing so, and that's going to be 2 heroes getting themselves away. Getting themselves killed off, and 3 heroes getting themselves away. But yeah, the Morphling just going a little bit too deep, not really respecting all which EHOME has to offer. And of course, that Skadi as well, just making that attribute shift feel nothing like it should.
Well, I mean, they don't even get any Raxes or anything like that. They just overextended heavily there after the Batrider. And you can see what happens. The Drow is able to just stand and attack, right? But the only way to stand and attack is you got to get good position in the fights to begin with. So we'll see what happens in the next engagement. These games for me just feel like complete coin flips. It's like who's going to be the one who's going to walk into a ward, who's going to be the one who's going to just overextend with like some RP or something. It's really, really scary to try and predict what's going to happen next.
Well, at least it's entertaining. It's changing on the coin flip every single time, and now the Slardar dragged out into oblivion. Jesus, that's a lot of damage.
Look what he got. He got the haste. He's got the corrosive haste too.
Oh my goodness.
That's gonna be painful. Mag and Drow are gonna be hitting like trucks on heroes.
Yep. This Ursa's literally going to have like 0 armor when he gets this used on him, as we see now as he gets dragged back into the middle of everybody. That does pop the BKB, the RP off the mark! Hugely off the mark from the Magnus. Oh dearie me. And now the
You want to
Morphling...
RP
Yeah, an over...
too?
Enraged Ursa, yeah. Don't Don't RP Fuzzy Wuzzy. And now the toss back Drow. Oh no, she's in so deep. And the Magnus tries to follow her as well, but just gets himself by his path. Both BKBs are coming down. They're trying to stand their ground and fight this one. Meanwhile, they're trying to just zone off the backlines. They're going to have few of them back as the fight somehow resets here. Morphling coming back into this one, trying to take down the Magnus. He's going to be his first target. Meanwhile, 70 has gone down. They will kill off that Mac, however. A lot of shots being traded right now. XHD trying to run through them all, but so much damage being taken from this Scotty, from these illusions. They're going to go to the backlines and says CCQ's going to lose his life. It is Planet. 3 heroes dead on the side of EHOME Immortal. It did cost him a couple of buybacks and a dieback from Beyond as well. But nevertheless, a successful defense from the side of Blaze.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah, I think that was actually definitely worth it for EHOME Immortal though, because they got the 2 buybacks out.
Tiny. He's trying to kill the Drow, but he has about like 3.5 attack speed, even less whenever the Drow's attacking him. I'm not sure how low it got, but he couldn't kill the Drow illusion. He got so mad about that. That was hilarious. Sorry. Continue.
The cape is really strong for the Drow Ranger. She can just drop that and send it on like a support or something like that's really a lot. Oh god, spell prism. Oh, she's not gonna take it. Okay. Anyway, I was saying that it's definitely worth it for EHOME Immortal, that fight, because they got the buybacks out. And the Magnet already butchered his RP, but they were still able to kill some heroes, and the Drow Ranger lived through that fight too. So hopefully next time the Mag doesn't butcher his RP and he hits like 1 or 2 heroes.
Morphling.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dearie me. Oh goodness gracious. That was wild. That was absolutely wild.
Roshan's alive too. Roshan's up. Ursa's gonna go for it.
Yeah, there's a lot of couriers around here.
Dude, if the morph doesn't die, this Roshan is 100% for Blaze right now.
Jesus Christ.
Right? I don't think Blaze would have lost his Aegis, but now they're gonna lose the Roshan. They're gonna lose the Aghanims on it too. Who's gonna take that? Probably the Drow, maybe.
Are we watching Dota or basketball? Because there's a lot of throws happening right now. Hero, I'll see you later, buddy. Good night, sweet prince. The dragon is down. And Shiro into that Roche pit, wasting no time.
Yeah, and they can't even contest this. Like, what is Tiny gonna do? Blink in, try to steal the Aegis? Great, then you're just dead, and you have no buyback either, so you can't do that. Just give it to them. Who's getting the eggs? Who are they gonna give this to? Okay, Jaw's gonna take it.
Oh, nice, the split shot. Always fun, always fun. We all lasso out onto the Slardar here. And that should set up for a kill, though. He's got the BKB actually, so he's going to be okay. Slither himself away. The little fishy will survive. Magnus, remember your lesson from last time. He's going for it again, though. The jump, an RP onto the Slardar. Drow trying to follow up, and they will get that kill. And that's a dieback on the Magnus. Meanwhile,
you got
Tiny,
one this time. That's what matters.
He got one, he had the follow-up. It wasn't too deep. There was no one alive to punish. It's all good. Tower's just melting under the absolute girth of this Drow right now. She takes down tower after tower, tearing through them in seconds. A double cheese available on the Drow as well. It does have a cooldown, by the way, of 28 seconds, in case you're wondering. You'll have a toss on the Drow. Drow in trouble. Popping the BKB, though, just turning it around. And don't forget, she's got a lot of cheeses to go here. They're going to try and blow her up here, but unfortunately, they don't have the damage to go through her. But maybe in round number 2, they can bring it down. But in comes a Magnus charging on through. XHD in the bin once again. Mac is going to get a second kill. Secure them a second kill onto the Ursa. And the GGs have been called. The game will go to EHOME Immortal, and we are going to a game number 3. Well, I mean, it was an up and down game, you know. Teams getting exotic with their gameplay, I would say. Not